Hello students, welcome back. So in this session, I'm going to show you how you can export and import data to a CSV file. CSV actually stands for comma separate value file. In other words, all your values in this file, all the data would be separated by a comma. That's what it means. Okay, let's start with exporting data to a CSV file. So I import my NumPy as NP. That's the first thing you do. Come over here, copy and paste. I imported my NumPy as NP. Then let's create some fake data. So I'm using my random library to create some data right here. So I'm creating a two-dimensional data of shape 12 by 10. In other words, this is going to have 12 rows and 10 columns. 12 rows and 10 columns. You can see 12 rows and 10 columns. And I'm actually using this rand int inbuilt method. Okay, and I want my numbers to be between 1 and 9, so including 9, but I don't want this 10, okay? So you have to specify your last digit, but the last digit has to go one higher. So if you want your number between 1 and 9, you have to say 1 comma 10 over here. All right, size 12 comma 10, print my array, and I print my array right there. And as you can see, all the numbers are between 1 to 9. Now let's export this to a CSV file. And the command is very simple. All you have to do is just call this inbuilt method called save text. That's all you have to do. Call the save text, specify the name of the file, specify the data that you want to export. And the data that I want to export is this right here. And then your delimiter. All right, let's run this. And let's go to the directory. And you're going to see that right here, raw data.csv. Open it up. And there you go. That's your data right there. And as you can see, this is in float format. All right. Now, let's try to import this data now. Now we're going to try to import the data. So this is the way I'm going to do is come over here. Let's create a few more cells and paste it. So I'm going to say data equal to np gen from text. Okay, so this is the method np dot gen from text. This is your method. Call this method and pass the name of the file. I'm actually using the same file. You can have some other file. Okay, and your delimiter. Delimiter is comma. All right, print your data, and I'm printing my data.d tab. So I'm importing the data, then I'm printing my data. I'm also printing my data type. Now, if you run this, and there you go. This is your data right here. All right, and it's a float 64. But if you remember, my data was basically integer. I want it to be integer. Well, you can convert this integer. So if you want, you can keep it like this, or you can convert this into integer. So this is optional. So in my case, I actually do want to convert into an integer. It kind of saves you some space. If you know your numbers are going to be between, they're always going to be integer, and they're always going to be between, let's say your numbers are between 0 to 255. If you know your numbers are between 0 to 255, it's a good idea to convert this into NP uint it. More on this on my another video. Actually, explain why you want to convert these your arrays or your data from one type to other types. All right, let's run this, and there you go. All right, gentlemen, thank you.